dead disquietment. What to do with my time? I sit here finding rhymes. A life busy I leave behind, trying to fill my time, a hobby to find. Life after work, dreams of peacefulness' mark. A career of motion, to stop is an impossible notion. New career, just in a passion year. Slowing down is not within me. I must be doing something to be creating and moving a life you see, fruitful even in retirement for me. Fishing was a sport to spend too much time in, relocating to water-soaked lands, enjoying the search for the spot I planned. Life after work, dreams of peacefulness' mark.
Well, you know, you can skip past the music video, but I like it, as you all know. Now, I've been fishing a lot lately, and typically 3 days a week, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, over at Lake of the Woods. It is my preferred lake because I enjoy it and I know it. And I enjoy the people there, too. So, the problem about fishing is you go out there all organized. And then after a week or two, you're not. So your bait bag looks like this. Soft bait bag. Your tackle box. It looks like this. I know. I just don't know how to keep it all organized all the time. Because, I mean, when you catch a fish, you're like working it. And then when you switch baits, you sort of put it on the seat, this and that, or hang it on a cup holder or whatever. I go through lots of different setups. You know, I've got multiple rods on my boat. And I always go out with at least 4 rods. And it ends up looking like this. And, the box starts to look like that. It don't look too organized anymore. And that's kind of, I went on, you go online, you try to find, different organizers and stuff like that. But it doesn't matter to me, I guess. Because they just get messed up. I just grab a box and I'll take if this guy fits in it, I'll just toss it in there. And then I got big baits, I got big baits, and I got bigger baits. And and then I got multi-jointed, diving baits, and then you got jigs. Those are all in the same thing. And then a swank, this little guy, this swank right here, really good swank. Anyway, I wish I had a solution for you all. I really do. I guess do it as you go along. At the end of every day, if you are not too tired, which I am too tired, go through your boxes and reorganize it. Or have a box. And this is a good idea. Just have a box for all the baits you used for the day. And just throw them all in that box. And leave your other boxes organized. And then take the box that you've just thrown baits into all day long and use that to re-sort them, put them in the proper box. I don't know why that just came to me, but it just came to me. You just saw an aha Italian moment right there. Bam. It's pretty good. But this is what it looks like at the end of after 2 weeks of fishing. just... Well, then I sit down on a Saturday morning and I sort all this stuff out. And it's just, come Monday when I go fishing again, it's nice and neat again. But I think having a separate box, I got lots of boxes. I got lots of these boxes here in my shop. I'll just take an empty one and toss it on the boat, and just use that as the used baits for the day. And this way I don't mess up my, well, you know what? That takes care of the hard baits and some plastic, the jigs. But it doesn't really take care of all my soft plastics. I don't know. Maybe I could put, just another bag in there and use that for my soft plastics. I think you really need to have a throwaway bag, or not a throwaway, but your used bag. It's such a great bait that I made. Really good bait I made. Sometimes you just nail one, And what I used this last weekend, got that big one. Oh, this is going to be a mess. Oh, this is going to fall apart. It's not going to work. Oh, it is not going to work. Okay. I used a drop shot rig. Got that 3.6 pounder and then my 2 pounder. And I used this color. It's sort of a strawberry color that I made. And it really doesn't look strawberry-ish on there, but I just drop shotted it and wacky rigged it and then I walked it and they hit it. That color, this color seemed to work really, really well. So if you have something sort of on the lines of strawberry color, you might want to try it, see if it works in your lake, and drop shot, walk it along the bottom. And that worked really well for me in a specific, and the spot I went to, nondescript. It was a nondescript spot, but if you remember one of my recordings, was that I got a big hit with a big bass and it shook out my bait. So I went back to that spot. It was a nondescript spot. To be honest, no markers whatsoever out there. Open water. And I figured, okay, if he was there that day, maybe he's got buddies or he's still there. And sure enough, I went back and you want to, the nice thing about fish finders, you can just press a button and mark a spot. And that's the cool thing about fish finders. I mean, because if you get a hit, a good hit, and especially if you lose it, or if you don't lose it, mark that spot. This way you've got a GPS location of that spot and you can go back to it. Because, the spot I went to has no markers whatsoever. It's open water. There's no branches sticking out of the water. There's no buoys. There's no markers. And so the advantage of having a fish finder, and all of them have this button typically, you can just press the button and mark a spot. And that's what I would suggest that you do. And after a while, you've got a lot of different little marked spots. And you might want to keep track of them. You can name them on a lot of the fish finders. And, typically the date is a good time, a good thing to name your spot with, because then you know what time of year that spot might come alive. So you can just put the date on it and do it that way. That's kind of what I do. And this way I know if it's a spring, fall, or summer type of spot. And I could go back to it around those dates and then hopefully find those fish again. So it's just a thought. It's just a little pointer, but that's up to you. That's up to you. I mean, I fish one lake pretty much, so I don't have to put down the name of the lake or something like that. And you might want, although it's a GPS location, so you'll know, okay, if I'm at, Hyatt Reservoir, I'm not going to find a Lake of the Woods spot there, so, or Gerber, or wherever I go. I'm wanting to go to Willow Valley, so, but I really need somebody to go with me, just in case something happens to me. But just this is a mess. I want you to know. I make a mess. I may look organized, and but this right here, to be honest, I got a lot of cleanup to do this morning. But bring an empty one and just use that case for taking out, if you don't put it back in the same spot, then you may want to do it fast, and that's kind of what I do, is that I want to do things fast, when I'm out on the water, like I'm going to miss something. So I just put it down on a seat or this or that, or toss it in, anything it fits in. So I think from now on I will be using an empty one, as well as I'll bring some empty bags. I've got lots of bags, bait bags. I'll just bring empty ones, and then I can just put it all in there. And then at the end of the day, or when I get around to it, or even so, if I'm still out on the, having lunch or something like that, I can go ahead and reorganize. Take those things out of the box or bait bag, and I can go ahead and put them in the right spot. And it's a good habit to create, which I haven't got, but it's pretty good. It's a good idea. So I hope this helps. I'm looking at a mess after 2 weeks of fishing, and it was about 60 hours of fishing here. And so it's it's quite the chore. We'll see you guys out on the water.
Life is structure. I find myself in a new culture. Look forward to retirement, finding instead disquietment. What to do with my time? I sit here finding rhymes. A life busy I leave behind, trying to fill my time, a hobby to find. Life after work, dreams of peacefulness is mark. A career of motion, to stop is an impossible notion. New career, just in a passion here.